'cause I believe you say.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out with Oscar Bimpong. And Saturday is, I always say, is one of my best days, where we get the opportunity to come here to inspire you. We come here to really motivate you. We come here to guide you. We come here to give expert advice. The reason is that a lot of people have given up in life. A lot of people think it's not possible. A lot of people have lost their self-belief. But we bring in people that come in to spark a new mindset that is capable of taking you to your destination of success. And tonight is no exception. If you are watching us for the first time, my name is Oscar Bimpong. I'm your regular host for all the Step Out TV shows. And I'm an author, transformational speaker, corporate trainer, and a business consultant. Tonight, before I go on to my guest, I would like to really mention some few sponsors of this show. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. Train to Inspire Consultancy is your business training and consulting firm. It's for all your business training and in the areas of leadership and management, customer service, sales and marketing. You just name them. The point is that we work with different consultants across the globe for them to provide bespoke training that is geared towards your specific needs as an organization. Also, if you really want to know more about us, just Google www.traintoinspire.com. The 2 is us in number 2. Also, ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call us and we will sort you out. Also, ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They just launched their ZPay mobile money USSD code, which is *270#. Just dial on your phone to register for ZPay mobile money right on your phone. Then also Wheels for Sure. It's your car leasing company for every credit based in the United Kingdom. Wheels for Sure says it doesn't matter your credit history. You can walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. who's for sure have got different packages for everyone. Very good packages, I mean, especially for all key workers in the UK. That is healthcare workers. If you're a healthcare worker, they've got a very good package for you. When you contact them, code T2I 2020 so that they will know that it's coming from T2I TV UK. Now, if you want to contact any of our sponsors, the numbers are scrolling on your screen. Take the numbers and call them. When you call them, tell them you got the number from T2I TV UK and you are more likely to get a very good deal. Also, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, if you want to advertise, or you want to support this platform for us to really reach more people and impact more lives, you are more than happy to do so. I always say that small and medium enterprises cannot go to mainstream media to advertise. But when you come to us as a business training and consulting firm, apart from you advertising or sponsoring any of our shows, we will also support you in your business growth and development. So you are killing two birds with one stone. Just contact us by looking for the T2I TV UK number or Train to Inspire consultancy number that is scrolling on your screen. Now, straight to business. Who do I have on the hot seat? I have known this lady for some time now. We've been talking behind the scenes, and she's doing amazingly well. And who is this person that I'm talking about? She is an award-winning entrepreneur. She's an author. She's also a motivational speaker, life coach, and executive director of DJ's Natural Drink. She is in the person of Dr. Kadijatu Grace Ahene. Please welcome to Step Out with Oscar Bimpo, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you so much, Oscar. Thanks for having me.
How has your day been? I guess it's very early in the United States now, where you are.
Well, not too early. It's in the noon, so we're good. We're doing well.
Wow, 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 wow. And our topic for discussion is how I fought my demons, in quote, to overcome and overcame to pursue my purpose. And I think this is really an interesting topic, I guess.
It quite is an interesting topic.
Now, talk to me. Talk to me about growing up. What was the experience like when you were growing up?
Once again, thank you for having me on the show. It's a privilege to be here. How I grew up. I am originally from West Africa, Sierra Leone. I was raised by a single family. My mom has 13 siblings, and then I had 30 first cousins. Imagine the crowd, right? A usual African setting. But then there was something different. There was something missing growing up as a kid. My father was never there. At age 10 months, my mom said he had left. And so my mom single-handedly raised me. But then there was this void. Upon him leaving, there was a vacuum that was never filled, which was the love of my father. His presence wasn't there. And I really needed that. I felt like, a huge part of me was never given an opportunity to evolve because he wasn't around. And so my world and my demons started from there. And then there became a war in my country, Sierra Leone, where we had to evacuate the country because they were abducting and raping girls. So my mom had to take me out of the country and sent me to a neighboring country, Guinea, to be precise. I stayed there for 4 years as a refugee seeking asylum to come to the States. And I finally was able to come to the States at age 14. And I came here as like jumping from frying pan into fire. Went to high. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that is basically, yeah, so you get into the States. Now, I guess you made mention of rape, right? And
yeah, at age 14, I was abused.
Yes, and this issue in 21st century is still existing.
It's matter of fact, it has become a trending thing these days. Every corner, everywhere you go, somebody's being raped. A child, an adult. It's Sad, but then that's the reality.
How damage did that cost? How damage did that really cost your life in terms of having that image at a part of your brain where it cannot live, but you are just it's like you are living with something that is torturing you, but you can't just do away with it.
First of all, what people need to know is when somebody says, I am raped, of course, typically Africa, they will tell you, what were you wearing? Where were you? And what time? Where were you at that place at that time? These are not the questions that you ask somebody that tells you, I am a rape victim or I have been raped. Because nobody wakes up any day or time and say, oh, I'm going to actually plan for somebody to come and rape me. Now, that leaves a psychological damage that cannot easily be mended. If it is not tackled, if it is not dealt with, if you don't go through series of counseling, therapy, it cannot be erased. Matter of fact, for me, it messed with me to a point where I became clinically depressed. It's a door because I was threatened by my abuser that if I ever spoke, I will not only be killed, but then my mom, they will go after my mom. And to me, my mom is all I have. And so I had to shut my mouth for the longest time. And then, of course, in Africa at that time, who's going to listen to you? Nobody. Nobody's going to believe you, especially being a young child. They're going to say, okay, this person just wants attention, which that's not the case. And so I kept my mouth shut, never said it to anyone until when I had the opportunity to meet with the first lady of my country in Sierra Leone when we met at the United Nations where I had the opportunity to speak. That was the first time I actually came out, 2018, to speak out about my rape. And so psychologically, you're messed up.
Mm,
It's like you take It's like somebody is so angry to a point they take their hand and now punch a hole into a wall.
mm,
That's the kind of crack, that's the kind of damage that is left in your brain. Now, some people are good at shutting such doors, which was what I did. I shut that door and never wanted to open it. It wasn't a very pretty door that I wanted to open. It wasn't something that I wanted to go back to. But then, of course, even when I have shut that door, things still triggered certain behaviors, and I didn't know that it was because of the trauma of what I had gone through
mm.
made me that way until I actually went to school, went through counseling, spoke to people about it. That was when I started to understand that, okay, so this is the reason why I am behaving this way because of such trauma.
Wow. And I think these are some of the things that needs to be addressed on the continent. Some people rape children, young people, and they are still walking free because the system doesn't work, the justice system doesn't work. Somebody pays bribe and they are free. And I think this is distressing. And I believe you need to take this to a different level in terms of working with other rape victims, especially in Sierra Leone or probably on the African continent, right?
I'll say in the African country as a whole. I mean, it has become so rampant that people think it's okay for them to do such, where they'll do it to a point, they'll do it to a young child. Recently, one of the cases that was encountered in Sierra Leone was a young man actually raping his younger sibling. And this child ended up dying, which is a case that the First Lady and the government of Sierra Leone held to high esteem, where they're actually investigating um, how this whole thing came about. It's pretty bad. It's a bad sight, very, very bad sight. And there are people, lots of people, that are walking scars because of rape.
Wow. Now let's go back to our main topic, and that is how I fought my demons and overcame to pursue my purpose. Do people even know their purpose in life?
A lot of us don't know our purpose in life.
Mm,
A lot of us were being misled. We by our community, our environment, people that we surround ourselves around. And so a lot of people think, oh, I was just born to be on this earth. No, let me put it in the biblical aspect, the God that I serve
Mm,
says, I have made you in my image and likeness.
mm,
That the plans that I have for you are plans of good and not of evil.
mm,
And so right there is a promise.
mm,
There's something that I have instilled in you that you yourself have no idea.
mhm,
Now, the homework that God gave us is for us to actually set fast and want to seek. What is this that you have embedded, implanted in me that I myself don't know? That's the path that one has to even want to be on a level to want to take. That I want to know me, I want to meet me. For me, I didn't know me, I didn't met me until I turned 30. I did not know who I was. I was as lost as could be. Didn't
mm,
know who I was, didn't know where I'm from, where I'm going, nothing. I was just going. And when life hit me to a point where I became clinically depressed, where I was sitting in a room, dark room, windows shut, doors closed, shut, I could not come out of that darkness because I was feeling sorry for myself.
mm,
It took somebody else that dragged me out and said, you need to come out of here, you stink.
mm,
That was when life hit me that I had to find me, who I am, what is my purpose, what am I about.
wow.
Every day we hear, oh, you're looking good, you're doing good, you've gone to school, you've accomplished, but you can go to school and get to a doctorate degree, but still do not know who you are or know your purpose in life.
Mm, wow. So that becomes very critical because I believe we are all born to achieve or to really work on a certain mandate to really make the world a better place. So it's like a
Yes,
jigsaw, right?
yes,
So if you
yes,
do your part, I do my part. Everybody always, they do their part. Then we can all, in a way, make the world a better place. So
yes, we
if
sure
some
can.
people don't know their purpose, then it means that the society that we live in is not going to live up to the potential that it's supposed to live. And I think that is very, very critical to the success of the human race anyway. Yeah.
Yep, yep. This is what I'll say. We all don't know why the globe was created round. We
Mm,
all don't know this.
mm,
We human beings were like trees planted by streams of water,
mm,
right? You have the branch, you have the leaves, you have the stem, and then you have the root. That is how we human beings are created.
mhm,
You have your head, which is there, you have the branches, your hair. And then you have, your body, which is the stem. And then you have the root, which is your foot. That's the basics. So we have to go to the nitty gritties, the basics of the art of knowing who we are as individuals.
mhm. Wow.
What what ticks you? You
Mhm,
have to know your soul. We are just our bodies are empty carcasses. But then your soul, your body, your mind, your spirit has to resonate and be in one unison. And that's the reason why most of the time we're asking our questions, but why me? Why is it that this person life is like this, that person life? No, you are not on somebody else's life train. You are on your own. So find your own self.
mm,
You know, I tell people this. In order for you to know yourself, you have to be able to give yourself the permission to open that door
mm,
because it's a whole journey.
mm,
If you don't permit yourself to open that door to seek the truth of who you actually are, then I don't think you will get there anytime soon.
mm.
Because
Wow.
most of the time we are blindfolded by, you know, the distractions of this world. I want to be like the Joneses. I want to be like, no, everybody's on their own timeline.
Mm,
If the creator wanted to create you and me, Oscar, to be the same and do the same things, he would have made both of us look alike, carry the same name from the same parents and everything.
mm,
But for the fact that he diversified us, that tells you and me that we are all on different purpose in life, different timelines.
mm,
Now, I thought when I talk about demons, most of the times we're like, oh, this person is doing me, that person. No, nobody's doing you. You're doing yourself. Because you have not met yourself.
mm,
let me play the devil's advocate here. Half of the time is not witches that are after you. You are after your own self.
Mm.
We are afraid of accountability, responsibility, of
Mm.
things that we do, the way we respond to things, circumstances, situations in life.
Mm.
As the saying goes, how you spread your bed, that's how you lay on it. That's basically just how life is.
Mm.
What do you want for yourself? Do you wake up in the morning and say, me, Oscar Bimpom, I am powerful, I am awesome, I can be all things, I
Yes.
can do all things? Or do you wake up in the morning, oh, today is another stressful day in this
Yes.
godforsaken country, what in the world, what am I? Once you start that subconsciously,
Mm.
that's what your subconscious is going to act upon.
Mm.
Involuntarily, you are already acting upon what you have spoken out of your
Mm.
mouth.
Mm.
And then when it doesn't come out right, you're like, oh, Charlie, why is this thing happening the way it is happening?
Mhm.
It's because you spoke forth.
Yes.
You spoke it forth and it has manifested. It's as simple as that. That's the universal rule for us to know who we are, the
Mm.
journey of knowing who we are, and the journey of meeting ourselves. Now, I'll say this to my sisters. Most of the times we are lost, we're looking for love in wrong places, like I did. I looked for love in wrong places. I was seeking for attention from all over.
Mm.
I was this sensitive, emotional wreck.
Mm.
One, I made excuse, oh, my father was not there, so I need fatherly attention from every man that came into my life. I didn't have no in my mouth. Now, that's the biggest mistake you can make in your life.
Mm.
For sitting there and feeling sorry for yourself that, oh, because my father was not there, just because this man has borrowed me his car, for me to now use it back and forth to work. So I have no choice but to now open up for this man to do anyhow.
Mm. Mm.
Mentally, you have diminished yourself.
Mm.
You have brought yourself down. That man didn't do anything. You are the one that clipped your self-esteem and put it in the back burner
Mm.
because you felt you don't worth nothing in life.
Wow. Yes, but you see, there's always one thing I always tell people that there are two things you can create in your mind. You can create a garden of Eden, or you can create a junkyard.
Yep. What
It
do you
all
choose?
depends. It all depends on what
What
you
you choose?
really put in there, and it's a choice, right? You decide what you put in there. So, as you said, in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, and you tell yourself, "I am going out there and be the best that I could ever be,"
Mhm.
or today is another day that is going to be the same story. The two are choice that you can make, and I always say that those two choices, it doesn't cost you money. It is just a direction that will skew your mind to a certain level that is going to lead you to a successful story. So it all depends what we want to feed our mind with. But I want to really go into the area of, tell me about this particular demon that you are talking about.
So my demons were me, self-pity, depression. I became clinically depressed because of all of these things that I had kept within me. I had built, I had built a cocoon and then put all of these things in a safe. It's like I was safeguarding my demons instead of letting them go.
Mm.
And most of the problems that we go through is we don't know how to let go of our demons.
Mm.
We don't know how to speak forth and say, I am letting go of you and I am ready to receive the new me. Now, I felt sorry for myself for the longest time. Oh, my father was not there. Oh, they raped me. Oh, this person don't like me. That person don't like me. My friends are this, my friends are that. All of these things were demons, baggages that I was carrying. And then it got worse when I got to a point where I got into a relationship where the person was as lost as I was. And
Mm.
here you have two lost puppies, in a world with nobody to direct them. And I was physically and mentally abused. With all of these, it became even a giant demon that I could not release by myself. I needed to seek help. So my own demons were self-pity, depression, just because I felt like the only way I could beef myself up was to remind myself of the defeats I've had in life. And so we have to be very mindful of the things that we pay attention to. You might go through situations that are hurtful. Nobody's in your shoes, nobody understands. But then at a point in time, in order for you to release yourself and be yourself to the fullest, you have to let go.
You have to let go.
You have to let go and let God. Just let go. Release all of that demon. I know you'll be sitting there and asking, but Khadija, you don't understand. How is it so easy? No, it's not easy. I became suicidal in the midst of me wanting to let go of my demons. That's how hard it was. And now I can sit here and talk about it because I have let go and I let God. I don't know what it is that you go through, what you've been through, what you've heard. I've gone to the lowest part of life. I'll use this example where a man has told me, I mean, look at me. In life, you got to love yourself. Look at me. Ain't nothing wrong with this babe.
Mhm.
But somebody, a man put 25 cents and they put you, I would take that 25 cents and leave you. Okay.
Wow, that's quite interesting. But
So
yeah, go on,
go
go on.
ahead. When you hear stuff like that, it takes you right back under. Like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not powerful enough. I can't do this. I can't do that. But what if he said, she said, they said, these are all demons.
Mm,
These are all demons. Of course, the spiritual aspect of life, you have people that are just naturally wicked that wants to come after you. But the actual demons that we face are the actual situations in life and the blankets that life throws at us.
mm.
So these were my demons, Oscar.
Wow, wow. But how were you able to overcome it? Because, like, to just let go, sometimes it's not easy. It's as easy as said, but how were you able practically to overcome these demons that really skewed you on a path that now you see yourself as the Khadija you want to see, the Khadija you love, and the Khadija that you see that the future is bright?
So that's a very great question. Thank you, Oscar. One thing that I started doing was journaling. I was very angry. I was lonely and angry, just upset at the world for not paying attention to me, for not loving me the way I wanted to be loved, for not giving me what I wanted. I was just angry. And so I have a journal where I have over 12 journals now. I started journaling. I will write things that I'm angry about. Oh, today I can't stand this person because they said this word to me, because they said that word to me. And so as I wrote in my journal, I was actually releasing things off of me that I didn't even know. I started releasing things off. That's one thing. Second thing was I started reading motivational, inspirational books.
Mm,
And then I looked at my circle. Who are the people that I surrounded myself with? Are these people for me when the storm comes, when the tsunami comes, or they're just there for the glitz and the glam? And so I started deleting people out of my life,
mm,
people that I wasn't learning from physically, mentally, emotionally. I ran away from.
mm,
And I strategically positioned myself with people that I wanted to be like.
mm.
I started listening to women speaking, women that have been battered and broken. I started listening to them, listening to their stories. And then whilst they are crying on screen, I'm crying on my own. And that way I was able to shed most of my anger, my anguish, my pain. And right there, when I had an encounter to write my first book, Broken Chains, I was just sitting there. I said, God, if this is life, why don't you take my life already? The first thing I had was, I have given you a story. Why don't you write about it?
Mm. Wow.
And the second encounter, when I actually met myself, was when I had my first daughter, Lois. She's 8 now. They brought her. Here I am, very young, at what, 26, don't know what I'm doing, don't know where I'm going. You bring another human being to me. What am I supposed to do with this child? How am I going to do? No family here, no mother here, just me. How? And I promised her when we became homeless, we were living in the car. I promised her, you will never get to this point where your mommy got.
Mm.
And so I was given an opportunity to fight, not for me anymore, but for her and the unspeaking voices.
Mm.
And so that was how I fought my demons. And I'm
Wow.
still fighting.
You are still fighting. It's an unending journey.
It's an unending journey.
Yes. Yes. If you are watching it for the first time, we will encourage you to share this. Share this to a WhatsApp group, share this to other platforms, tag somebody because somebody might hear this story and their life will change. If you're enjoying it, I always say don't keep it to yourself. Don't be selfish. Let somebody also vote. And also, if you are watching us for the first time, like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel because these are the kind of stories that we always bring to you on a regular basis. But to really break what you summarize what you said, one, you said you wrote everything down, the things that you really hate. And I think we don't do that. Don't do we? We don't.
We don't. Most of the time, especially let me use women for example. We are always paying attention to somebody else's closet
Mm.
instead of ours. Now, I, for one, don't have time for that because I have so much flaws.
Mm.
So, what I started doing, let's say you are fighting with somebody, before that person starts insulting me, I'll start insulting myself. Say, this is
Mm.
my brown teeth, this is my crooked, this thing, this is my chicken leg. I will start with myself. Look at what you don't like about yourself and redesign it. Write your vision and make it plain.
Mm.
Write your vision and just make it as plain as can be. In life, be true to yourself.
Mm.
Don't listen to what they say. They say people are always going to talk because if people don't talk, they will not press your button to want to get to the next level.
Mm.
You don't hate on somebody for talking bad about you.
Mm.
These are people that are strategically placed in your life. So your button can be pressed like, oh my God, this person, instead of you using words to fight back, use your action and come back like
Mm.
never before.
Mm.
I was told, oh, this one, she will not get to primary four. The way how she's like this, she will not get there. Oh, this one, she will not get to form four. She's just all over the place. When they say dancing, I was number one. When they say beauty contest, I was all over the place.
Mm.
And when people speak these things, it doesn't fall on the ground.
Mm.
Words don't fall on the ground. It is never forgotten. It goes and makes a foundation in your subconscious, and that's how you act upon. So if you even notice teachers, professors, the things that comes out of your mouth, oh, this one, she's so stupid, why do you always fail this class? That's what that child is going to think. Oh, my teacher said I'm stupid, so what the heck, I'm not even going to study, I'm just going to fail.
Mm.
Because you, that is actually supposed to enhance that child to push forth for something better, you have told them that they are of no good.
Wow.
And so with me, I don't I have never, I've always felt like somebody's watching me, not a human being, but then I have always felt like there's this human being somewhere that is watching me and has already paved that way. I just have to create my path as I want it. You can't depend on somebody to give you happiness, to make you who you are. Nothing. The last time I was listening, I can't help somebody if they don't want to help themselves.
Mm.
In order for me to help you, I must have seen you started helping yourself. Like, for instance, you want to be an entrepreneur, an inspired entrepreneur. You're like, yeah, I want to do this amala business, but then, but the bot has already stopped you. That's a demon that has stopped you from doing it.
It's true.
I started making shoes from scratch with $100 in my account because I believed there was a need for it. I believed I was solving a problem. So most times in life, stop paying attention to the distractions of the world and pay attention to your own self. That's the answer that you're trying to sort outside is within you. Is within you. I sitting here, I can make noise because I have been abused over and over and over again.
Mm.
Is it by the opposite sex? Is it by the same sex? All of it. But then that did not stop me from being Khadija because I am determined not to show to that person, but then to prove to myself that I am better and can be better than what somebody says I can. You didn't make me, so you can't break me. The same
Mm.
thing goes to you. Nobody made you, nobody can break you. Oscar is on this show. The best thing is he can give to you is his life experience. But
Mm.
what you use that for, what you take it for, is wholly totally up to you.
Mm. Exactly. But what you went through, many would have given up, right? But you really fought a good battle. What was your source of motivation?
Again, my source of motivation was looking at my mother, how she suffered for me, looking at this newborn baby that was entrusted in my care, looking at the amount of talent that God has instilled in me, and hearing other people's stories that became untold to the world because they were not as resilient as I
Mm.
was my source of motivation. The richest place in life is the graveyard.
Mm.
The richest place in life is the graveyard, where you have untold stories of women like me, men like you, whose
Wow.
stories were never heard, was never told, and they were never given an opportunity to be the inventors, entrepreneurs that they could have been to save this world. Their dreams were cut short, and I refuse for mine to be cut short. I tell my demons, you ain't seen the last of me yet. Because
Mm.
every time you try to suppress me, I'll come back 10 times stronger.
Mm.
So
Wow.
that's inspiration.
Wow, wow, wow. Because Masmoro says something that he wants to die empty, and a lot of people are not really emptying themselves on a daily basis because of the demons that they are fighting. But there is one thing I've realized, that there are some people when they see a wall, they turn away instead of finding a way to get to the other side. What is actually preventing people of finding alternative ways of doing things to get to
That,
the other side?
that's the fear of finding oneself. Psychologically, that's the fear of wanting to know what the unknown is.
Mm.
And that's where you see the difference between a white man and a black man
Mm.
is they're not afraid. You see there's fire over there. That white man will want to go past that fire to see what is over on the other side. But then a black person will tell you after, oh, Charlie, I'm not going there. You want me to die? Do you want me to die? That's the fear of the unknown, the
Mm.
fear of finding oneself, locating oneself because you do not want to be told the truth.
Mm.
You do not want the truth to flash back at you
Wow.
most of the time. And so people will give up the ghost. They're like, I rather dissolve than for the world to hear me hear my truth for what it is. And one of my saying in life is, for me, I have no shame in my game. My life is an open book. Because if
Yeah.
I am afraid of sharing my truth, my shortcomings, how am I inspiring, impacting, and turning the lives around of other people? How? You can't be afraid as a motivational and as a motivator, an motivational speaker, entrepreneur. You have to take and own up, be accountable to being true to yourself and giving truth to whoever you encounter in life, because that's all you got.
Mhm.
That's all you got.
Wow.
You put money, you put wisdom. They say, Kadija, choose. I will choose wisdom every day, anytime over money. Because when you have wisdom, the money comes.
Mm.
When you have the wisdom to deal with people, knowing people for whom they are, their temperaments, their mannerisms, when you know these things, when you understand the art of psychology, then you will understand that you know what, the world can be a better place if only we're not afraid of locating ourselves.
Wow. Wow. To be honest, I'm really enjoying this conversation, right? But I've got some few comments here. Yimano
Mhm.
Bota says connected. Koladina King says it's a horrible thing to happen to anyone. I pray for total healing for you. Then IBKB says, good evening, Oscar Bimpo, and it's wonderful having Dr. Kadijatu Grace Ahene. Then also Koladina King says, what have you planted in me? Deep question to ask, doctor. Until we ask and seek the one who put it there, we cannot find it. Thank God for you. Then I also have Claudette Jackson. I hear about says, wow, dog, thanks for the insight. And I've also got Kevin Tenakogba says, Dr. Kadijatu's story is always so inspiring. She speaks truth, real as can be. But most importantly, she gives advice on ways to fight our demons and defeat them. Keep inspiring, my sister. And I think people are already enjoying the conversation. Now, if you are watching us, please share this and let somebody enjoy this discussion as well. You might never know whose life you'll be touching for just sharing this on your page or on WhatsApp or any other group, because we need to really let people get to know some of these conversations, because a lot of people are suffering out there, and some of these conversations might really help them to have a different mindset towards succeeding in life. Now, how many times do you have to rise when you fall?
As many times as you fall, you have to be able to rise. Now, not everybody will be able to rise. Some people have short resilience, some people has very long one. For me, I'm one of those. I call myself a cat with the nine lives.
Mm.
As many times as you fall, you should be willing to fight, even if you're going to give up. Fight to the end.
Because you might never know, isn't it?
You never know.
Mm.
We think we are fighting our own battles, but we really aren't.
Wow.
I went through what I went through, so God can propel me, life can propel me to be sitting here in front of you to inspire and impact somebody else. To tell somebody that if I went through it and overcame, you can go through it and overcome as well.
Mm.
It all depends on how you take it, how you view it. It is all the mindset. When your mindset is set right, you can win anything, anything. When you combine belief and faith together, I'm sitting on this chair, I'm believing that this chair can carry me.
Mm.
Apply the same thing to your life. We sit on the plane, we believe that that plane can take us from point A to point B. Apply that same faith and belief to your life. and see how you will blossom like a lotus flower. It is only when you believe and you act upon that belief. It takes grace for one to want to be somebody. It also takes an extraordinary grace for one to actually act upon that. And once you act upon it, no turning back. You have to keep going. Now, storms will slap you from left, right, east, west, north, and south. But if you are able to stand, you know your foundation started on a solid ground, baby, ain't no storm is gonna break you. You are unbreakable because God says what? I have created you in my image and likeness. And so therefore you're nothing but a mini God. You speak forth the word and it happens.
But don't you think comfort zone is one of the comfortable places you can be in life, such that you wouldn't like to leave it, but to the extent that you even marry your comfort zone, and making that divorce can be very, very difficult, isn't it?
It sure is. Comfort zone is one of the slow poisons to every human being. We all want comfort. We all seek comfort. Who doesn't love comfort? I mean, with me sometimes, in as much as 24/7, my brain is working. But then I have to tell myself the truth that comfort won't take me anywhere. I have to take myself from the comfort and place myself in the uncomfort, in the discomfortable place, in order for me to thrive in life.
Because sometimes I wonder that some people, they want to move out of their comfort zone. They are always talking about it, but they don't get the courage to do it.
Yeah,
What actually is wrong?
the resilience, they're lacking the resilience, the push, the oomph for them to actually. You have some people that are like that. And that's why I said everybody has different temperaments. The way how you are created, just like how, for instance, you have social security was mimicked from this in America. Your birthday. In some cultures in Africa, when a child is born, they go back in those days. You have the elders going to seek from the sorcerers. We have a stranger. We want to know who the stranger is, what the stranger likes, what the stranger is all about. What makes this stranger happy or angry and stuff like that. The same thing goes for life. It all goes back to knowing yourself. Know what you can take, know what you can't take, and place yourself in a position where you're able to push forth past your comfort zone. Because life itself every day is a battle, is a risk. So you are already in that battle and in that risk. So why not take the extra leap of faith and get out of your comfort and get to your discomfort? It might not be, the chair might not be all well. Something might be pinching your butt, squeezing you. The bra might be tight somewhere. But then don't look at the picture right here. Like, for instance, the corona. Everybody, oh, corona this, corona that, I'm not able to do. In the midst of the problem, look for an opportunity.
Yes.
Instead of sitting back and focusing on the problem, corona, find an opportunity,
Yeah.
which for me, I did. Nobody was buying shoes during corona. Ain't nobody going outside. So I had to find a solution. In the midst of the problem of corona, I started making facial masks and head wraps to go. Find every situation you find yourself in, every comfort zone. Find something that discomforts you. Now, that discomfort is what pushes you to your next level. Believe it or not, it works like magic.
It's true. Because just last week, I was having a class with my students, and a lot of the students were saying that they have stopped everything they are doing just because of coronavirus, waiting for corona to go for them to really start pursuing again. And one of my students raised up their hand and said, look, that is totally wrong, because for her, with this corona, she's been able to buy an ice cream van. Why? because a lot of ice cream van owners are selling it just because of coronavirus at a
Just
cheaper
because of
rate.
coronavirus. Yep.
And she seized that opportunity to buy it. So now she owns one, and she believes that Corona will go away, and she is going to get that van running. So when people are seeing problems, she is rather seeing opportunities.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people cannot see that, isn't it?
A lot of us can see that. A lot of us can see that. We make complaints and complaints. What are you complaining about? What really are you complaining about? The moment and time you take to complain, how about you turn that complaint into something great? Learn something. Find out something about you, your spouse. How can you ace and spice up your relationship? How can you be a better person? How can you be a better parent? You complain, and then what problem is that complaint going to solve? None. And that, in general, is what has been one of the most biggest problem that is affecting Africa. We complain, we complain, we complain, the system, the system, the system. But then what are we doing to help?
Okay.
How much of your 2 cents have you actually put? Each one, I believe in each one, teach one. Each one, love one. Each one, support one. I wake up in the morning. I don't care if my neighbors like me or not. Some Saturdays, I have Spanish, Black, whoever. I will do a natural drink drive. I said, come, grab a cup. Let's hang out. Let's talk. Let me know what's going on with
Mm.
you. That way, I had created customers for myself without me even thinking about it. Hey, that juice you made the last time is so good. What did you put in it? Can I order some? Do you sell it?
Mm.
Why are you
Wow.
complaining?
Wow.
You know how to cook? Do it to the best of your ability. Put your foot in it, as we will. That's a term that we'll use in America. Put your foot in it means do it to the best of your ability
Mm.
and share.
Sure.
Share. Open your mouth and talk. This is who I am. This is what I do. You never know where an opportunity will be birthed from. Sometimes people call me talkative. As I said, I have no shame in my game. That's my business. It has nothing to do with you. If you have an issue with it, that's fine by me. But this is me, and this is how I've chosen to run my life, and it's working perfectly. So find you, locate you. What works for you? Get out of your comfort zone. You might have parents, family members that don't give a flying fart about who you are. Well, that's because these people are not part of your life's journey anyway. They're not going to understand it. So why sit there brooding over it when you can be out there being the baddest person you can in life,
Yeah.
as in a good way? Like, just go out there. You like to talk to youth? Go to schools, high schools. Go talk to the principal. Say, I want to be coming once a week, once a month to speak to these young people.
Mm.
People are losing so much on better upbringing because everybody's busy now.
Mm.
Everybody's busy. Everybody's running, 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 running. After you run all day, you are busy for nothing all day. You sit back, your pillow will tell you, Charlie, man, what did you accomplish?
Yeah.
So make sure that at the end of every day, when your thoughts are giving account,
Mm.
they're giving account of inspiration to others,
Mm.
accountability to yourself, self love, self motivation.
Mm.
When you do that, you're rich.
Mm.
You will feel fulfilled. Somebody asked me a question, Oscar. They're like, "Why do you always stay so How do you always stay so young and beautiful?" I'm like, "Because I'm happy."
Mm.
I said, "Because I'm happy. I am not using. I'm worse when it comes to doing makeup. I don't know how to do makeup. I don't need to. But when I smile, my face is okay.
Mm.
Smile. Stop and smell the roses.
Wow.
Stop
Wow.
being too busy for nothing.
Mm.
You hear Mary's story, you want to take and translate. Okay, is Mary's story going to bring something in your bank account? No.
Mm. Yeah.
When you hear your neighbors making noise after that, you're there wanting to translate. Is that going to change your life? No.
Wow.
Time waits for no man. The time that we're spending here right now ain't never coming back.
Mm.
So make sure every minute of your life is spent well.
Wow, make sure every minute of your life is spent well. And I think I've got one comment here by Alex Tremartin saying Charlie. I think he's even wondering why you are using Charlie. And you see, the Ghanaians are really getting into your space in terms of. I told you that we will give you a Ghanaian
And get people,
passport.
that's why.
Yeah, we will give you a Ghanaian passport for free. Yes, yes, yes. But you see, when the conversation is very good, time really flies. And we just got about barely 4 minutes to the top of the hour. But before we go, let me just mention some a few of our sponsors. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is your business training and consulting firm. That is for all your business training needs as an organization. Contact Train to Inspire Consultancy. Also, ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call us and we will sort you out. Also, ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They just launched the ZPay mobile money USSD code, which is star 270 hash. Just dial on your phone to register for ZPay mobile money. Then Wheels for Sure, your car leasing for every credit. Wheels for Sure says that it doesn't matter your credit history, you can walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. Who's for Sure is based in the United Kingdom. And when you call them, just quote T2I 2020 and you are going to get a very good deal. If you want to contact any of our sponsors, the numbers are scrolling on the screen. Take them and call them. When you call them, tell them you got the number from T2I TV UK and you are more likely to get a very good deal. Now, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, if you want to advertise, if you want to support this platform, you are saying, Oscar, you are doing a good job. I want you to grow this platform. This is my token of support to support this platform, to help us grow this platform, to impact more lives. We are more happy to talk to you. Take the T2I TV UK number or the Train to Inspire consultancy number and call us, and we are going to really engage you to see the best fit in terms of how we can support this platform. You are also more than happy to advertise or sponsor any of our shows. Now, Khadija, time is already fast spent. Now, this is my last question to you. And that is, what one lesson can you share with anyone going through a situation that they think they are at their dead end?
Speak to someone.
Mm.
Always speak. When you don't want to die in silence.
Mm.
It might seem like nobody's listening, but keep on talking.
Mm.
Keep on talking because there's that one person that will listen to you. I learned I was really bad at holding things in my heart, holding grudges, but then it took me nowhere. I became very sick. I became very sick when you hold things in. Release yourself and speak up. Release yourself and speak up to friends, people, specialists. They just might help you. And you as well want to give yourself a permission to speak, to release, and to let go. Because most of the time, it is something that we can release and let go, but then we don't give ourselves permission to do that.
Mm.
In life, allow yourself to be who you are. Let your life evolve. Nobody, nobody can help you if you don't want to help yourself. It might be you want to start a business. It might be somebody's clinically depressed. It might be somebody's going through some kind of abuse. It might be somebody's going through their own life crisis. Whatever situation it is that you're going through. For me, one of the exercise that I did, believe it or not, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Orthodox, Jew, whatever it is that you are, water is life. When you die, they use water to wash you. When you were born, they bathed you with water and fed you with water. And so for me, water is life, and God dwells in every good thing that He has created. I take a glass of water every single day and speak life into that water. I, Kadija, as I drink this water, I seek for good health, prosperity, wisdom, wealth, good health, beauty, strength, love, anything that you want to reflect to the universe. You speak forth and drink that water as you believe and have faith. It's a healing process. It works for me. It all depends on everybody has their own way. Everybody has their own way. But again, I tell you, speak up. If you don't build trust anybody to speak to, you can call Oscar here. You can call me. I normally do coaching and mentoring sessions. If ever you want to speak to me about something, I am not an expert. I don't know it all, but I try with my own life's journey and my own life's experience. I am willing and availing myself to share whatever it is that I can to the best of my ability. Because in the life that we live in today, we all need each other. Be you white, black, brown, pink, orange, it's still red blood running through our veins. And so I need you as much as you need me. So speak up.
Speak up. Don't keep things to yourself, as Khadija is saying. And trust me, as you said, I think I was going to ask you some last question, but you answered it, because if you don't trust, a lot of people don't trust their friends and their family to discuss some critical issues like this with them. And because of that, they keep it to themselves. But as Khadija is saying, find out one person, find out one expert, that professional, that person you trust as a friend, and speak to them. Because if you keep it to yourself, you are rather killing yourself. And Khadija, it's been wonderful having you. Trust me, I enjoyed every bit of this conversation, and I'm happy you really made the time to be on the show.
Thank you. I am happy to be here as well, always.
Yes, and I always say that. And if we call upon you, we hope you always make the time another time to come on the show as well.
I'll try, even if I'm on the billboards.
Wow, no worries at all. Yes, so we've been having Dr. Kadija Ahene on the show, and she was talking about how she fought her demons to pursue her purpose in life, and it's been a powerful, wonderful discussion. Trust me, if you have enjoyed this discussion, please just click the button and share this to a few groups, a few pages on WhatsApp for somebody to have an opportunity to watch this. We are here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. British Summer Time, and 3 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. Don't miss the dial, because we always bring people that will inspire you, that will bring a paradigm shift in your life. The things that you have given up, it will be resurrected with stories like this, for you to understand that if Khadija has been able to do this, I can also do it. And this should be a source of motivation for you. For me, I always say I'm so blessed, because I always have the opportunity to listen to these stories on the regular basis. And because of that, I can't give up. Because the kind of stories that I hear, some people don't make time probably to watch this show. But for me, I'm sitting here every time. And it always gives me the motivation to believe that, Oscar, it can be done. Sometimes I tell myself that, Oscar, you can go beyond CNN. Why? Because the stories of some people, where they started and where they are, it makes it look so possible that there is nothing under the sun that cannot be transformed or changed. It's all in the mind. The biggest form of limitation is not the limitation placed on the outside, but it's the limitation placed on the inside. Why? Because we are our first form of limitation. And the most dangerous form of limitation is the limitation in the mind. That is the biggest prison you can ever have in life. The biggest prison is not the prison with walls, but it's the prison without walls in the mind. That is whatever you feed your mind with, your mind is ready to accommodate it. So I want to encourage somebody watching us for the first time, somebody who is part of this platform, that always make time to be on this platform. On Tuesdays, we have dedicated it Tuesdays for young people on the African continent and in diaspora between the ages of 12 to 30 years. Trust me, the kind of stories these young people are sharing, even if you're an older person, you need to make time and watch these young people, because they can be a source of inspiration for you. You might be in your 40s, you might be in your 50s, you think all is lost. But sometimes when you listen to these young people, when you watch them, it will give you a new sense of purpose. This platform is not for Ghanaians, for Sierra Leoneans, or Nigerians. This platform is for Africa, those in diaspora, and everybody that cares to learn. Because we have left our stories for others to write it for us for far too long. It is time for us to write Kadijatu's story in our own ways. And that is what we are doing. So that people that didn't believe in us will say that this story is coming from Africa. And because of that, they will have a mindset shift towards us. I love this platform, and I don't know about you, but we can grow this platform together. We cannot do it alone. That is why we need your token of support. Share this, comment, like. If you want to help us this platform with any form of resource, you are more welcome to do so. Why? Because we want to grow this platform to a level where it becomes an education hub for the continent of Africa. Thank you everyone for having us on your busy Saturday, and God richly bless you. And Kadija, God richly bless you for your time too.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. See you on Tuesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe,
Yes, I believe. You say.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV. We engage, educate, enlighten,